Hi, I'm Cassidy. I am the director of Klamath Film. With me today is Rollyn Stafford, the creative mind behind Zombie Chase. Rollyn, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a hilarious film. I love this film. It makes me so happy. I love the idea behind it, and just kind of the execution of everything. What was it like shooting this? I'm assuming there were a lot of laughs on set too. How was that whole process go about?
Well, we shot the whole thing in a day.
Wow.
We didn't need permits. We went to a place in Portland called Gabriel Park in the early morning when not many people were about. Got Zach in full makeup and just started filming him chasing Angela around the park. We tried to make it look as foresty as possible, but you can still see some park trails occasionally there and the occasional jogger. Um, but yeah, it was a lot of fun just to crank this thing out in about 4 hours. It was a real fun shoot just to do more zombies. Filming zombies are always fun. So
It's always fun. So, okay, so the shoot took 4 hours. How long does it take in post and pre-production for a movie like that?
it was real easy on this one because it was only a we had a 3 minute runtime and it was very short. So in terms of pre-production, the most time spent was honestly on Zach's makeup. Trying to get that right. But I think I wrote the story on the fly when I was at my day job. It was very easy. I think it was 2 pages long. And Angela was in my acting class and she wanted to do it. And Zach is my zombie buddy and he wanted to do it. So we had a three-person crew, including myself and two actors, and that's all we needed. And we think post-production took a week. That was
Wow,
it. Yeah.
that's so fun. I love that. And so, I love how you call Zach your zombie buddy. What do you look for in a zombie buddy? If for advice for someone looking for a zombie buddy.
Somebody who's willing to do anything to their face for cheap. That's Zach is a trooper. He has been my zombie in four of my movies, and he always gives great performances. I think as the undead, and he's always in it for mostly the love of it. I pay him, but I don't pay him as much as I should. No.
Absolutely. That's how, we all feel in the arts, the starving artist for sure. But so how long does it take to transform Zach to zombie?
Depends on the makeup, depends on the prosthetics. If we order prosthetics online, that takes usually a little longer to apply. I think at this time, Zach probably got up around 4 a.m. to start putting on the makeup, and we were shooting about 9 a.m. He had to apply the makeup, apply the contacts, and then because he couldn't drive with that stuff on, he had to get an Uber to Gabriel Park. Um, yeah, but it all depends on the prosthetics. I think so. This one probably took about 2 or 3 hours total. Yeah,
That's crazy. So almost the bulk of the film itself for
yeah, pretty much.
yeah. That's so funny. So you mentioned that you kind of came up with this concept in the script at your day job. So you're no stranger to zombies. What was it like kind of doing this comedic take on something and kind of the concept of this film? How did it come about?
Well, it all came about as part of a project for my acting class that I'm a part of called the Actors Lab in Portland. And it's also located in LA and Seattle and I believe New York. And what the Actors Lab does is every year they say to the actors, go make a 3 minute movie, but it has to have, this dialogue, this subject line, and it has to be about this theme. And you can do whatever you want with it, but it has to be 3 minutes and it has to involve the Actors Lab. And that's what we did. I believe the theme this year was in the nick of time, or no, under the wire. Under the wire. That was the theme, and I had to incorporate that somehow into a zombie short. And I think we did that well.
Yeah, absolutely. So for any, you're a man of many talents. I mean, writer, director, producer, actor, all these things really come together in all your different films. So for like, let's say specifically for acting, you're in this actor lab and working on that. What kind of techniques or maybe advice you would give to other actors, and would you recommend like something like the actor lab where you're collaborating with other actors?
I'd say keep going to acting classes, even if you think you're a great actor. I think acting is a muscle like any other muscle. You got to keep working it. So unless you're booking gigs like constantly and you never, like every audition you get, I would say to keep going to acting classes. And plus, you're going to meet other creative actors there who want to work with you. So I mean, I get a lot of my talent from my acting class, you know. Yeah.
Nice, totally. Yeah, that's a huge kind of community aspect to it, and obviously in Portland, there's a great community there through filmmakers and everything like that. So, what has that kind of been like building that up through different meetings and networking and things like that for your films that you make?
I feel I've been doing it for a while now that I have a pretty good understanding of who I would like on my crew, certainly, if possible, if I can get them, if they're available.
You have your rock star, your A team.
Yes. But it's good to know other people too who are willing to jump on your project and work, for a non-union wages, I suppose. Yeah, it's all these. That's why these networking things are important because you can always meet people who are like, "Oh, I do this. You do? Great. I could use one of those on my project."
Perfect. You got just write them down. You have a whole list.
Yeah, friend them on Instagram or Facebook, and there might be a film opportunity come up. You might need someone of their talent.
Totally, and the beauty of social media networking too, for sure, being able to just kind of see people's work, connect that way. That's also really helpful for the film festival because we can find a lot of people through different hashtags like hashtag PDX filmmaker and stuff like that. So
I'm relying on that for my next feature because I want you guys to provide me the extras. So yeah,
there you go. Exactly.
all on
Exactly.
you guys.
That's all I know. So make sure you sign up for Climate Film newsletter, just anyone watching, so that you get
Yes.
the information. But yeah, so this was just such a fun film and a fun concept, and I love just kind of the short and sweet aspect of it. Do you have anything that you're working on now that you're excited to share about in the future?
Very excited. We're shooting my next feature film in your very own Klamath Falls. We'll be down there October 2nd through 6th, making use of all your wonderful locations. I did some scouting with your very own Kurt Lidke. I'm sorry, I misbutcher his
Nope,
last
you got it. You got
name. I did
it.
scouting locations 2 weeks ago with him, and very excited to shoot. And by the way, uh, I have never encountered so many people, so many welcoming people who want me to film in their town before. It's very, very exciting, and it's very different from, say, Portland. You know?
Okay, wow, we'll take it for sure. And definitely to anyone listening or watching, please come down. Klamath Falls would love to have you. And we are super excited about your film, Rollyn. Is there anything you want to tease about it for people watching?
I mean,
Under wraps?
it's a comedy. There'll be no zombies in this one, but it's a
Woo!
comedy about imaginary friends, and definitely gonna be, I think it's definitely one of the best things I've ever written, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. That's so exciting, Rollyn. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today. Thank you for having Zombie Chase and always being a friend of Klamath Film. We so appreciate it and are so excited to celebrate with you this year.
You bet.